Hello everybody, welcome back to the Forest Job. Today's game is against Midtjylland in the Champions League. We have, of course, some stuff to catch up on. First of all, there's highlights, or well, you could call them lowlights, of a game against Southampton in the Premier League. It took place at St Mary's Stadium, and we did not have our shooting boots on during that game, as you can see. We'll take you to those highlights right now. And we're back. So as you can see, pretty one-sided in favour of Forest, but we just couldn't find that winner. And I wonder if Arcas is still so influential and such a linchpin of our attack that whenever he's not in the team, we do seem to struggle to get that opening goal. It's not such a problem if we substitute him after we've taken the lead, but he really does seem to give us something that no other player in the side can as of yet. Moving on to transfers, Ianis Hadji has left the club. He went to Portland Timbers for £2.3 million. It was not anywhere near his valuation of 4.5, but we owed it to him to get him to a club where he could play football more regularly, and we weren't exactly hurting for transfer funds. So I made the decision to sell him on the cheap so that he could go and have some proper playing time at a club that would appreciate him. Not that we didn't, it's just that we've moved on slightly since the days when Hadji was a first team regular in the squad. We do have our irons in the fire on a certain striker who could be joining us in the January window, but we'll have to wait until the deal is done for me to tell you more about that. Perhaps we'll find out more about that in tomorrow's episode, so make sure that you come back for that one. But until then, let's get into today's game, which is, as I said, against Midtjylland in the Champions League. It's an away game, it's the first game of the Champions League, and our group is nothing to be sniffed at, so we absolutely need to get a good result straight off the bat here. And given how the team is looking at the moment, I am of a mind to go with the starting 11 you see here, with the exception of Albiol coming in for Worrell. Worrell's not in the best of form, and as we have said, if players aren't in great form, we are going to give them a little rest and allow other players to come into the squad. So that means an opportunity off of the bench possibly for Hugma, who has slipped down the pecking order substantially since the beginning of this this season here. He didn't really play very well for us in the competitions that he took part in, and as a result, Albiol has pushed ahead of him, and Salisu is absolutely nailed on as our first choice left-sided defender. Perhaps we could have brought someone else in during the transfer window, but I decided against it. So this is the team that plays for us today. Let's get into it, shall we? We'll just make sure there's no kit clash. Doesn't look like it to me. Blacks versus Reds. And away we go. So part of me is really regretting not recording more episodes yesterday, because as you could see from our 3-0 victory against Sheffield United, we were in fine scoring form. But draws do happen, and it would be boring if we won every single game, wouldn't it? So a 0-0 every now and then is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. It shows that this difficulty level that we're playing on, and we are playing on Superstar, remember, is still a challenge for us at certain times as the teams walk out on the pitch here. Of course, this is an away game for Nottingham Forest. Didn't pay enough attention to be able to tell you the name of the arena here, but away we go. Midtjylland kicking off, and we'll be shooting from left to right in the first half in their all black kits with red trim. Nottingham Forest, of course, playing in their very familiar red with white shorts. Is a player who I cannot pronounce, making his way down the right wing, and he's dispossessed there, and now Hlošek is able to open his legs potentially. He's run into a bit of a dead end. We find our way out of it fairly well, actually. Here's Busquets to Zefuk, back to Busquets, Camavinga into Arcas, looks for Hernandez, can't quite get to him. Hlošek and Ait-Nouri combining well. It's Hlošek again. Ait-Nouri should be able to get a cross in here. Hlošek picks up the loose ball. Oh, Arcas nearly made a run. And now Bramado is able to bring the ball forward for Midtjylland. And he's held it up well there. Is Kools into Onyeka, who's in a very good position here to get a cross in. However, Albiol sniffs out the danger and then plays a lovely through ball to Hlošek, who is able to race away and lead the break here. Midtjylland are doing pretty well in terms of defensive numbers. Camavinga to Hlošek, looking for Arcas, but there's not enough on that pass. And the ball on the 13-minute mark goes out of play for another Nottingham Forest throw. So a fairly decent start by Forest. We've not given up much possession. We've had the ball mostly in the opposition's half. Arcas making a run wide on the right, plays it back to Zefuk. Cross into the middle. Hernandez looking to get onto it. Can't get anything on it because it's cut out way too early. Here's Zefuk again. Nice cross into the middle. Hernandez puts the header well wide, and it would have gone out for a throw-in had it not been picked up by the Midtjylland defender. Salisu with a very poor control of the ball. He's put it out of play for a throw-in near the halfway line here for Midtjylland. Kools will take advantage, plays it to Onyeka. Now here's Blazikowski, is that it? I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologies to anyone who knows better. And I tell you what, Midtjylland should not be taken lightly. They can play very well when the mood takes them. Kools has been fouled there, but the referee plays advantage. Onyeka to the edge of the area, shot in on goal, and it is an opening goal for Midtjylland FC. It's Dreyer, the number 36, with a beautifully shaped shot that beat Newell on his right-hand side. And well, this is a bit of a shocker. Forest are going to have to get their fingers out here because they did not expect to go behind here. This is on paper the easiest game. Perhaps second easiest if you're counting home and away as separate fixtures in the group. We'll have a look at their other opposition when we get to full time. Zivander plays the ball forward into Mabil. Here's Onyeka. Now Blazikowski. That's good by Ait-Nouri. No, it's a foul apparently. I thought it was a perfectly good tackle, but the referee has different ideas, and it's a free kick on the halfway line or there or thereabouts. Blazikowski winning himself the free kick there, and Evander will take it. And whoever thought that a second Champions League would be easy pickings for us, well, they weren't correct, were they? Here's Busquets looking to get in on Evander. Can't win the ball, and Blazikowski gets a great ball into Dreyer, and it's another free kick on the edge of the area. And this team are really putting us through the ringer here. Busquets. Arcas out to Wilson. Back inside for Arcas. Looks for the first time ball to Hernandez, but can't quite get to him. And I am having trouble here. They're very patient in possession this side. And they're very good at winning the ball back as well. Had no time. Oh my goodness me. Salisu just let that run between his... And it's another free kick. What on earth is going on here? Vander to take the free kick, flights it in just inside of the box. And eventually it goes all the way through for a goal kick. We really do have to get a hold of ourselves here. We are playing exceptionally poor football in this first half. If we carry on playing like this, not only will we be out of the Champions League very early on, but I don't think we would even make it into the Europa League at this stage. Oh my goodness me, that's a poor pass. Meant to circumvent Camavinga, and in fact it's gone to him, and we just can't pass the ball. We cannot pass this football. Onyeka, Dreyer, Camavinga slips. Thank God for Nubel. Oh, Camavinga again. What on earth is going on? I've never seen us play this poorly before. Nabil. Salisu. Oh, I thought that was 2-0. I honestly thought that was 2-0. Boys, we need to get going here. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious me. What is going on? So hesitant on the ball. We've been so poor in that first half. We have no right to be happy in the slightest with that performance. I am absolutely fuming at the performance on the pitch of some of these players. And there is going to be massive changes made at half time. I don't care if it's an away fixture. We should be playing much better than that. And I'm making changes. Camavinga is coming off. Jude Bellingham coming on to try and salvage something from this game. Hlošek is going over to the other side and Wilson can come off. We need some more penetration down the wings there. And we'll keep that extra one substitution in reserve for when we need it. But we need a marked improvement in the second half or we are going down. There is absolutely no way that we're qualifying into the knockout stages if we continue to play like this during the rest of our matches. Here's a fuck. Immediately gives it away. Wins it back only to give it away again. Nabil holds it off well, plays it back and gets the return ball. Hlošek should into... Oh. Hlošek should have intercepted that. And of course it's another free kick because why wouldn't it be? I don't understand. Honestly, it honestly feels like the AI is making things needlessly harder for me. Like it's making decisions about what my players will and won't do successfully. I know it's all in my head, but when you get that feeling, that you're fighting a losing battle, that everything is going against you, it just perpetrates more and more poor play on your part. Right, Arcas, get at that. Come on. No, he can't get to it. Of course he can't. Koiki into Dreyer. Lovely shimmy by Dreyer to lose the attentions of Arcas. So fuck. Oh, can't even win the fucking ball now. Come on, boys. Do something. Doi picks it up on the left-hand side. Aitnuri making a run just inside of him. Plays the ball to him, finds him. Passes man, cross into the box. And it's cut out at the near post. Hernandez never getting his head on that one. It's going to be a corner which Hudson-Odoi will take. A right-footed in-swinger. Hernandez near post. Falls to Evander, who gets it well clear. Salisu wins the header, and Aitnuri will manage to keep this one in. Plays it centrally to Busquets. Now, here's Arcas. Ploshek. Zefuk. Cross into the box. Arcas on his head. Hansen picks it up, no problem whatsoever, but we're looking slightly better now. We need to get things going quickly if we're going to get anything out of this game. Word to the wise, do not underestimate Midtjylland. They are a decent outfit. Salisu gets the ball away. Here's Sloshek. He's got no one to pass to. Eventually we find an out. Bellingham looks for the ball to Odoi. He's found him. This could be an opportunity here. It is an opportunity, and it's a goal. The equaliser. Callum Hudson-Odoi setting up Hernandez. It's 1-1 here on the 69th minute. Very, very nice. Brilliant ball from Bellingham into the feet of Odoi. The two Englishmen linking up superbly well. And Hernandez had the simplest job of all, just to shape it past the goalkeeper. And he eats those ones for breakfast. Lovely old job. Of course, it could so easily have been intercepted when Odoi was looking to make that through ball, but he did make it, and that's all that counts at the moment. It's 1-1 here. A draw will do, but I'd like the win if I can. 20 minutes left to go. It is potentially on the cards. Of course, it could just as easily swing the other way. Midtjylland have looked very, very good today. We didn't play a weakened side. It's not like we've taken them lightly in terms of personnel, but perhaps I myself took them a little bit easily as Hernandez looks to make it past his man. He has done. He's through. And he scores a second one. That's brilliant persistence by Chucho Hernandez, the Colombian hitman. 2 goals on the night. And this one was very, very satisfying. The ball played through by Arcas. Hernandez used his strength to get past his man, steadied himself, and spun it past the despairing goalkeeper. It is now 2-1. What a turnaround. Still not happy with the performance in the first half. And neither should I be. Oh, Arcas has intercepted another one. Hernandez through to Arcas. Oh, it's a poor pass from Hernandez. That's not his game, passing the ball, unfortunately. Albiol's being pulled all over the place here. Loshek's looking to put some pressure on. Concedes the corner. Now let's defend, boys. Koike with a lovely short corner routine. Here's Arcas making the break. Hernandez. No, the pass wasn't on really. If anyone was going to make it, it was going to be Arcas, but he didn't. And that's mainly because he was sprinting like an absolute demon to try and get back. Zefuk will pick this one up. Hopefully he'll find a... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You could hear the quiver in my voice as I realised that that was going to end up in somebody else's pocket. Here's Hernandez. To Arcas, back to Hernandez. No, I wanted Hudson-Odoi, but he underhit it. Busquets running back, looking to win the ball, and he does. Superb defensive midfield work by Oriol Busquets. Oh, nearly through to Arcas again. And again by Busquets. Blazakowski. Oh, Bellingham very nearly taking it off of him, but somehow Blazakowski drops a shoulder and loses his man. Albiol, say fuck. And that's the final whistle. 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. In a game that frankly made me want to throw myself out of a window at times. We were so poor in the first half, but the second half comeback was a delight to see. 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes for Chucho Hernandez. Gives us 3 points in what should be one of the easier games, believe it or not, in our group. You'll see why in a minute. What a lovely goal for Midtjylland, though. That take was superb. And of course, we've already seen our 2 replies. We ended up really, you could argue, and you'd be absolutely right to argue, Midtjylland did not deserve to lose that one. We barely deserved a draw, quite frankly, but we did make the most of our chances when they eventually came. The substitution of Bellingham on for Camavinga really did make a difference. That first goal really resulting from a brilliant inside pass by Bellingham into the feet of Callum Hudson-Odoi, who then pretty much served it up on a plate for Hernandez. And then the strength and power and tenacity of Hernandez led to the second goal. And it was a lovely, lovely goal to see. Hernandez with the man of the match performance. Wilson with only a 5 out of 10. Camavinga 4.5. He's really going to have to buck his ideas up in the next few games. His form arrow was good, and this is what I talk about form arrows not being the be-all and end-all, because sometimes a player will just have an off day. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just that he was being man-marked. Maybe it's because his particular style of play wasn't conducive to that type of team. But for whatever reason, Bellingham came on and made the difference. And you can see the other 2 teams in our group are Real Madrid and Roma. That's right. So at the moment, we are top of the group thanks to goals scored. Real Madrid in second with Midtjylland and Roma bringing up the rear guard. It's going to be a very difficult ask to get out of that group, but we're going to do our best. We are, of course, European champions. That should count for something. But that's going to do us for another episode. Until next time, when I think we'll come back to face Everton in the Premier League. And also, hopefully, we will have some news on the potential signing in January, which, honestly, I know I'm going to sound a lot like Josh Kroenke when I say this, but be excited. It is a big one. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.